All right, guys, welcome back again to the channel. So, some interesting stories coming out of our camp right at this moment, and of course, it is day three of their training session in the Polokwane camp, and they've actually had three trainings. Today made it the third training that they've completed. So, obviously, the boys will be feeling very good, very fired up for this game. I think three trainings are enough for them to go into that match tomorrow. I mean, they've had fewer trainings, in previous call-ups, so definitely they spent a lot of time together. But Coach William Chus Ekong has come out to give some talks, talking about the spirit, how high it is in camp right now, and the belief the boys have in themselves that they can actually get the job done, by winning these two games, and then pray that results favor them from all the other fixtures from the Group C. But this is what he said in his words. We are optimistic. We are always going to fight to the end. We believe. We never stop believing. Two important games now. Friday, the first one, and then after this, we get back to Nigeria. But all focus now on Lesotho. The boys are in camp, focused, and the spirit is high. That's what I can say. So that's basically what he said. The coach, in the person of Eric Shell, also spoke in the pre-match interview where he said that it's very important for his boys to show spirit, to start the match very well, and put in a lot of intensity, put in a lot of pressure, try to get early goals, and also defend very well, not to concede. He talks particularly about starting the match well, because he says that a lot of things could go wrong, with these kinds of matches. It could be weather situation, it could be the pitch, it could be uh, the fact that some important players are missing, it could be a variety of different reasons why sometimes you just end up messing up these kinds of matches. But he wants the boys to walk onto that pitch having that believe that they want to give everything right from the first whistle, to the last. He wants them to push and be very aggressive and get the job done. That's what the coach said. Probably be attaching his interview at the end of it. Credit to NFFTV that got that one covered. But again, just wanted to talk about what Austin Eguavoen, the technical head, has come out to say, concerning the rumor that has obviously been flying around. I've even talked about it here in the previous video. The rumors that we've been seeing, Score Nigeria, Vanguard, all of these publications are actually revealing that it's very likely that Coach Eric Shell will not uh, stay beyond October if he doesn't get the job done. That means if he doesn't qualify us, then he's probably going to be let go, and then Austin Eguavoen is going to be the man that takes the Super Eagles to the African Cup of Nations in December. So, based on this rumor that was circulating, Eguavoen has come out now to say that this is not true, that this is a complete shocker to him, that you know these kinds of rumor is circulating about him. He said that it's not fair at all, because he doesn't have any intention whatsoever to take over Coach Eric Shell or to collect Coach Eric Shell's job. He feels that this is baseless, and the media doesn't have the right to spread this kind of rumor that he is not even harboring the possibility of taking over as Super Eagles head coach, that he doesn't know where these kinds of you know rumors are coming from. He said he likes Coach Eric Shaw very much. In fact, he wants him to succeed. He's praying for him to succeed, and he's working constantly with him to try and see how they can achieve that together. And there's nothing else beyond that. He doesn't want his job. He said this is the same way that the media spread rumor that actually created issue between he and previous coaches like Jonathan Raw, and then later Coach Joseph Posero. He said this was the same exact thing. The media spread rumors that he wanted the job, or that he was working to collect the job from them, while they were in charge. So I'm just going to read his word the way he said it. In his words, he said, I feel very hurt by these baseless rumors because I really have no idea where they are coming from. I have a very good working relationship with Coach Eric Shell, and I have absolutely no interest in taking over the squad. I'm praying for him to succeed. This was how the same speculators created schism and disaffection between myself and Jonathan Raw and Joseph Osero. When these gentlemen coach the Super Eagles at different periods, it is uncalled for. We all need to work together to see the Super Eagles qualify for the World Cup and win the forthcoming African Cup of Nations Championship in Morocco. So that is what he has said right now. Well, for me, I don't have much to react to based on what he said, but I think that rumors don't just come out of nothing. They don't just come out of the thin air without having some base, right? Especially when these rumors are coming from, to some extent, trusted media. Talk about Vanguard, Score Nigeria, and some of these top sports media. If it's coming from them, then obviously someone might have tipped them off with, that with that news that something like this is probably going to happen in the future. Probably an NFF's official who attends the meeting, who's there when these people are talking about these kinds of plans. So obviously the media will not just come out and spread something like this. But I know, I mean, the coach and Eguavoen, they still deserve respect because it's not something that was said publicly and it wasn't something that was sanctioned. So they deserve some respect for these kinds of things to remain private. But if you ask me, I feel like it's something that is more likely than not to happen, because I mean, we've seen it several times. It's not the first time Coach Justin Eguavoen taking over as interim manager, on different occasions. Uh, Immediately after coaches are being fired or immediately coaches left the team. So this situation with Coach Eric Shaw, I think it might still be the same thing. But I can understand what Eguavoen is trying to say, that that this is trying to that these people are trying to create, or that we, because I'm part of them, obviously, because I talk about it, that we are trying to create some kind of problem between he and the coach. It will make it look like he's envying the coach or envying the position that he's currently at, which obviously is true. It's true. I'm not going to lie. But I mean, at the end of the day, what he said towards the end of his statement is also correct and very true, that we have to stick together, support each other, and focus on the most important thing, which is obviously qualifying for the World Cup and winning the African Cup of Nations in December. So that's what's happening. Do you guys think that Eguavoen is saying the truth? Did he not know about these plans, or he's just trying to save face, so that these kinds of things will not spoil, whatever is going on between Coach Eric Shell and himself, and also the concentration on what is the most important thing right now. But moving beyond that, guys, just wanted to share with you what the coach of the Rwandan side, Coach Adel Amrouche, has come out to say ahead of their game against Benin Republic. Of course, they also have their game the same time in Nigeria, and then South Africa have their own, on their own side. Remember in the previous video, I shared with you guys what Coach General said concerning the game against Rwanda, but now I'm going to share with you what the coach of the Rwandan team has come out to say. And he feels that this Group C, this World Cup qualification Group C this year, is like the most dramatic that he has ever partook in, because of how events changed, and now they found themselves with the opportunity to qualify again. Previously, the hope was almost zero, but right now, Rwanda, they have the same chance as Nigeria to qualify because they are sitting on the same 11 points, 2 games to go. They could potentially have up to 17 points if they win their 2 games, and if other teams draw, for example, then they would be the ones that have the highest. If South Africa draw their 2 game, Benin draw their 2 game, their max point will be 16. And then if Rwanda are able to win their 2 games, they will have 17 points. And also Nigeria with 11 points. If they can win their two games, they'll have 17 points as well. So it's very open, very, very open for the taking for any of these four countries. And to that, Amrouche has this to say. We are currently 11 points, while Benin has 14 points. Our goal is to reach 14 points so we can take that to South Africa as we will aim to qualify on the final day. We understand that the people of Benin are happy, but we also want to be happy. Nigeria wants to be happy, and South Africa wants to be happy too. This has been the most controversial qualifying group I have ever been involved in. At one point, it seemed like we were out, but now we are back in contention. The most disappointed at this stage is Safa, but we all want to take advantage of their mistake. So basically, that's what he said. South Africa is screwing up by losing 3 points, and right now, it has blown the group wide open for anybody to actually take up that first position. So tomorrow's matches will be very, very interesting. It will be a very, very exciting game to watch. I mean, across all the three games that we have the same time, 5 p.m. Nigeria playing on one side against Lesotho, Benin Republic, slugging it out against Rwanda, South Africa slugging it out against Zimbabwe. And then the result of tomorrow's game could set the tone for how the last game will be. The guys that win tomorrow's game will obviously have more confidence to go into the last game to also try and win it. But anybody that gets a draw or loses tomorrow's game, then it will probably be over for them or almost over. That's what it seems. For me, my prayer has always been for the Super Eagles to qualify, even though I know the chances are slim. But what I just need is that Rwanda should play a draw against Benin Republic tomorrow and then go on to draw their last game, and then Benin Republic also draw their last game. South Africa draw. Nigeria win their two games. This is the perfect scenario for me. But of course, I'm just saying my wish. We all know that reality is different, but again, it's still very possible. It's very possible for all of these four teams to actually emerge as the Group C table toppers. We'll see what happens. More videos coming probably. Make a video about expected lineup and formation, and then the player that we probably would see filling the number two position because we don't have a natural two right now in the squad, but we have a lot of players who can actually fill in. Benjamin Frederick, Alassan Yusuf had played that two position as a makeshift. We've also seen a couple of players. I think Frank Onyeka as well. But it's going to be interesting, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more videos.